Good morning, everyone. Today's Saturday, and today we're going to make a beautiful tree of life in a 6-inch hoop. So what you're going to need is 16 wires. Okay, this is 22 gauge wire. So you need 16 for this project, and the length is 32 inches long. We're going to try something different today, I think. But the way I put the wires on my hoop is simple. Fold them in half like this. I left this out. I have some new followers. This is how I do it. You don't have to do it this way. You can twist them on. Just put one in the front and one in the back and twist. I like this way because I like the way it has a nice little space in my roots, and I think it looks pretty. And I have to have it pretty. So I do a slip knot. Put the wire through your hoop, both ends, through that top loop of your wire, and then pull. Pull tight. And then I like to twist. You don't have to twist. It'll still be beautiful. I just like to twist. And you don't even have to put roots if you don't want to. Once you get all your wires together, you can start twisting out your trunk. I've seen that done, and I've not done that, but it's quite pretty. I like roots, so I don't do it like that. Okay, so I do it again, and put the wire through the hoop. Take your ends, and bring them through like that. Give it a little tug. I also like to twist as I go. It just seems easier. They don't get all tangled up. Today I'm going to make the shape of this tree a little bit different. I'm going to have 4 sections instead of the regular main 3 that I do. That's just the shape of the tree I prefer to make, but not today. Today we do different. I like different. I have been in a rut with not knowing what to do next. So it's a block, but I think that today we'll clear that up. Okay, so now that we've twisted all 32 wires, not 32 wires, I'm sorry, 16 wires that are 32 inches long together, we're gonna give them a little push so that they're not so spaced out. Now we're gonna do them, we're gonna twist out our tree. So let's separate. Okay, 8 and 8. Bring them together like this. I don't like them to get all twisted up. Personally, I'm just fussy with my roots. You don't have to be. It'll be pretty no matter what. And if they get messed up, you can fix it. So what I like to do is, I should have done that first. When I separate them, I like to bring them together like this, and I always support my work. If you're new here and you hear me say that a lot of times, it's because it's what I say in my own head, even when I'm not recording. I just constantly remind myself of this. If you cross over and right here you see something that you don't like, you can move it and straighten it out. I think that'll work. We can fix that later. Okay, support your work right here. And then we're going to twist. This is the tree trunk. And this is a big hoop, so I want my trunk to be a little bit longer so it doesn't look so out of proportion. Okay, I'm going to take a look and see how this looks for me. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, before I start actually making the branches, there is one thing I do like to do. These are silicone pliers. I like to gently, barely even, you don't have to squeeze, just bring them together and slide them. What this does, it smooths out any little wires that are sticking up, because I can get fussy. But not that fussy, just a little bit. Okay, like that. I think that looks good. Makes it just feels like stronger. And usually I put a dent, a little swerve, maybe not today. I think we're going to wait on that. And because we're not doing sets of 3, we're going to split our wires into sections of 8. Let's start from the middle, I think. It's a little tricky because you don't want to get one that's not where it's supposed to be. It'll crisscross and it won't look good. So you can see that's a clean section. Now I just want to double check 1, 2. Okay, that's showing 9. Let's try it again. Okay, just gonna bend that a little so I don't lose it. And I'm gonna just double check again. It's easier to count them out than it is to try and fix a mistake. Okay, that's 8. Normally I only have 3 sections, so today we're gonna have 4. Try something new. Okay. Just gonna double check. Okay, here we have it. 4 sections. Oops, sorry guys, I have to take off these glasses. I should have done that first. I can't see. Okay, now I'll start with this section here. I'm going to divide them into 4 and 4. No, actually, sorry guys, I'm going to do the middle first. I don't want to lose that bend. I don't want it to separate or because I like that bend. 4 and 4. Probably end up twisting these more as we, go into the shape of the tree before beading, but this is just to get it started. So give it a couple of good twists like that. Not too many. Okay, now that one won't get separated because it's separated from that one. Now we'll do 4 and 4. I'm going to support my work here. Just move it over a little bit. Not a lot, just enough to get it out of your way. And throw a few twists in there, like that. I cut this wire a little on the longer side because I'm not sure yet exactly what I'm going to do. I have no clue what I'm going to do. The only thing I'm sure of is we're twisting it into 4 sections. So this is, it'll be what it'll be. And it'll be pretty. No matter what, they always come out beautiful. So if you didn't watch one of the videos I posted yesterday, the shorts, I was having a really crappy day just looking at everything. It was just not organized. My workspace was a mess. I have 4 things. I've been separating beads, and I pulled everything off of my board that my husband put up for me to display my stuff. And I don't know, it was anxiety, a little bit of maybe being depressed. It happens, like when you do stuff like this, or just anything that you do in your life, any kind of a job or a craft. If you feel like you're in a rut, you're in a rut, and you have to get yourself out of it. So I took everything down and put it in the closet and decided not to look at it anymore, that I was done. Of course I'm not. So I got up in the morning, made my coffee, sat down, and just looked at the blank walls. This is my space, and I have to be happy here. This is where I do things that make me happy. Anyway, enough blubbering. I do that a lot too. I'm sorry. I'm going to try and speak up, stay focused, and less blubbering. I think I want to just we're going to do 2, we're going to twist them in sets of 2, I think. Okay, now we'll separate. Again, I'm going to do this to all of them. That doesn't want to be there. So we'll separate like that. This is 22 gauge. It's a little bit stiffer than 24, and I used this because it's a bigger hoop and it won't be so floppy. I like my hoop to feel kind of like tight. I'm just gonna twist this out, get a feel for the shape of the tree that I want. A little bit more, I think, like that. And we're going to do that all the way around, and then we'll come back and make little twists of 2 on the 2 wires. Sorry for all that rapid. A little noisy. I apologize. I've been trying to stay away from watching the news because lately, I don't know, it's always not good. And it makes me sad and depressed. And too many accidents, too many people getting hurt. And then, of course, New Jersey, and our earthquake. And I have someone that I care about that lives there. And we've not spoken, but she's on my mind. And I hope if any of you are from New Jersey that you're all safe. This is why I create, because I just can't do news. I just can't. Not always. I wait for the good stuff. Today's one of the days that my husband goes into work. Saturday and Sunday, well, he goes in there at 1 a.m. anyway, but he stays later, so I don't have to worry about time. I'm just going to keep going. I will post just the twisting of this because I don't want this video to be 10 hours long. And I want to give you a real heads up on what I'm doing. Didn't feel like 2 and 2. I don't know why. Sorry, I'm out of focus. I am standing, and this is my dot. I'm trying to stay in the middle. I don't even think that's in the middle. I rearranged yesterday, so if I start moving stuff around, I should have checked, but I didn't. See, always, this for me, this is natural to hold my work and use my thumb in between the 2 wires so that I get an even twist. You'll always see my thumb in there if I'm in focus. So for all the new people, I don't edit. I make a lot of mistakes. I drop stuff, and I can make one beautiful, beautiful tree. I can be my own critic, my toughest critic, but that's okay. I'm learning to be more positive. Yeah, I like the way this is looking. So right now, let me turn it around for you. I think it looks pretty decent. And I do like the roots. I don't know if we're going to keep this straight, but now we're going to twist out all the 2s. Just a little bit, not a lot. This is where you're going to determine how close you want to be to the end, and I think that's good enough. I would like to put some leaves on this tree. I don't want to make it too short. I'm also using bigger beads. They take up more wire. I have a mix. I've been picking, oh my gosh, I have a little bit of everything. If I run short on beads, guys, it's not going to be a happy day. That means I have to start picking through a container of beads again, which I don't mind, but I want my project to be done, and I want it without a lot of mistakes. I wasn't sure about the setting for when I record. I'm using an old phone, and I've even noticed it when I've gone back and like just looked at, I don't like to watch my videos, but I do like to peek in and see what I'm doing wrong, because I don't get a whole lot of, I don't get bad comments, but anyway, so I realized that some of them, you can't hear me. If you can't hear me and you can't see me, I'm doing it all wrong. So I'm talking louder today. Nobody's here downstairs. My son and my future daughter-in-law are upstairs. Miss Abby's sleeping, snoring in the window, and it's just me. So I'm going to just talk loud, pay attention, and try to stay focused in the middle of this space. I think this is going to be all right. It looks big and long, and it has to be. It's a bigger hoop, but I'm also going to make some shapes and do some stuff. These could have been a little shorter, I think, but I'm not sure. I have a little bit of an idea of what I would like to do. So after I finish this will be just the wiring of this tree. And then I'll post it, and then I'll carry on, I think, with the beading. It'll just give me a few minutes to think of exactly what it is I want to do, and I'll know better once I see it all twisted out. But I won't make any changes to branches or shapes until I start the actual process of beading. I think I do like the shape of the tree, though. I may not twist that. I don't know. It's like it's like magic. My trees tell me what to do. They tell me to make a little tweak here, and it changes things in a way that I didn't think it would. And usually I like it. These little 2 and 2s, as you go along, you can decide if you want to twist them up a little bit longer. I just want to separate them. And because we're working on 2 wires per branch, we'll have, this will be a quicker project, because we're not beading on every single one of these. That would be one big full tree. I don't even know if it would fit in here and look good. Yesterday I took if you look at the video, you can see my workspace where it faces the wall. That's where I have my phone. And I have to stand up while I work and look over it to make sure that I'm somewhat in the middle. And, I mean, I do sit down, but it's musical chairs. It's up and down. Double check, make sure. And I just don't want to do that. So I tried from the left. I tried it from the right. And then my hands are in the way and you can't see what I'm doing. So I don't know how other people have this set up, but this seems to be working. It's not ideal, but it works. Anyway, this is the shape of our tree. If I had something dark I could put it on. I do. This is just the 1 little minute. How about that? I like this part. I like that a lot. But anyway, I will be back, and we will definitely be beading this beautiful tree. All right, guys. See you in a little bit. Bye.